Well, this beautiful 45-foot Prevost that we've been working on that has had the absolute worst brakes I've ever seen come in here to the shop, it's going to go from bad to worse in this episode. So you already saw the rotors that were all cracked and broken, and 3 out of the 4 disc brake rotors were broken. We replaced all those. We're going to be rebuilding the calipers on this video. It's kind of interesting to look at how the calipers work internally, mechanically. But also when we get into it, we're going to find another discovery that is even worse with the brakes. So we've got these new bushings to install on the calipers. We're going to super freeze them in the nitrogen here. We have this little device that goes down in there. It's got holes in the bottom of it. So the bushing will go inside of here. And then it'll get submerged down into the liquid nitrogen for a minute or two. And then we'll pull it out. The nitrogen flows out of those holes in the bottom. And then we should be able to install that bushing. So pull the cap out. And then I'll set this in here.
Set it here?
Nope, goes back in the hole. Go back in the hole. Maybe that's made to... Woo, woo. It's chilly. Okay, let's go for it. I'll pull this out. We can take that. Give it a second for the stuff to run out of the bottom. Should be good. I think so. Get the tool.
Good.
I think we're ready.
Yeah, we'll kind of up over here. I think that smaller one might be.
And that guy.
Okay, so the lip went down.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that probably just travels through here.
Might fall out.
Got it?
Yep, got it. That's some dried up looking grease. So when you step on the brake, the push rod pushes this out. When it pushes this out, that moves forward. It's mechanical. There's no hydraulic or anything, so the air pressure pushes this out, and that squeezes the brake shoes together, brake pads together. And that works by this power shaft. This video is sponsored by AG1. AG1 is so much more than greens. It's your daily, drinkable scoop of vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and whole food sourced ingredients all in one. Being a heavy-duty mechanic, you do need focus and energy, and if AG1 can help that, that's awesome. So you can mix this with water and drink it, or I like to mix mine with pineapple juice, or you can mix it in a smoothie or something like that. It definitely tastes a little bit better. I prefer the taste if it's mixed with something else. AG1 has the vitamins and minerals you need, the way you need them, by ensuring they power cells for daily function. AG1 has both pre- and probiotics. Your body needs more than just a probiotic. AG1 delivers a blend of probiotics for healthy bacteria to the gut and the prebiotic that serves as nutrition for the probiotics, allowing them to grow in beneficial numbers and support better metabolism. Whole food nutrients from superfoods and functional mushrooms help fill in the nutrient gaps so you can better cover your daily basis. Healthy habits are hard to maintain, but AG1 is one of the easiest things you can do for your health every day. AG1 has a lot of benefits, things that might help you like focus and sustained energy, better gut digestion, even mood balance. The daily nutrients are incredible. You can get started with AG1 for less than $3 a day when you subscribe. Just head to the link in my description or scan the QR code. That's less than the cost of a cup of coffee. So when the slack adjuster pushes this out, it turns, it rotates the shaft, and then that kind of helical gear there, it drives the other one out. And it's driving that one out. That's what's pushing out against the brake pads on the ends there. So it just turns just a little bit. It's kind of exaggerated how much here, but just a little bit, and it goes out and squeezes the pads and then releases them, squeezes the pads. So it's all mechanical. Very, very simple, but it needs to be greased right and have the right grease on it and proper maintenance done on these things. Again, every 6,225 miles or 6,250 miles has to be done. Does anybody know what these little 1/4-inch lines, they look like airlines, but they're not. They're filled with some kind of a hydraulic fluid or something. There's 2 of them draped down like this, loop down on each side by the brake cans. I don't know what they go for. I've never seen that before. Yeah, whatever that 1/4-inch line is, one of them was kinked on the other side, so we cut it out and put a new connector in it so it wasn't kinked. And there's like a red, like a transmission fluid type, hydraulic type fluid in it.
Yep.
See if your hole lines up. I'm gonna say no.
No.
So we can go more because it was 60 to 80. That's 60 where it
I'd
clicked.
rather go more. 60.
These castle nuts, they're supposed to be 60 to 80 foot-pounds, but we got to line up where we can get a cotter pin through the castle nut.
There's no holes in that.
Back it off then. You're covering it with the thing,
yeah.
so I don't want to go that much over. I think he's got it. It's just gonna go here more. That should do it, right?
Try it under.
We have a problem where this brake isn't releasing. Yep. Okay, can't spin yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, release. Step on them again. Release. Step on it one more time. Release. And go ahead and kick it in or push it in. Should go more than that.
So maybe the air's not all the way back yet. There it goes.
Okay, sorry, buddy. So for it'll be here Monday for 160.
Let's go back a little bit.
What,
It's like
say
a
one
decent
more time,
sized gap,
160,
and then it gets closer.
90. Okay. Okay.
Backs
thank
off
you.
again.
Thank you.
It gets closer. Backs off. Gets closer. Backs off.
And then how much was the fault?
Let's strip it out. We've had to replace them before because somebody's done that. This is this was the first style of auto adjusting slack adjuster. Got a little spring and a little tiny geared tooth in there. And crank it backwards, you strip those teeth out, and it's no good. Okay.
Shitting away everywhere.
Hitting. We found another Norgren valve on here that's leaking. That's going to be fun to replace. It's very hard to get to this one. Jonathan is way up under the bus trying to get to this. Well, he got it off. Here's the new one. It looks very pretty compared to the old one.
Hey Scott,
Yes.
is it overkill before the wheels go on to dial an indicator or anything, or just?
We'll slide this to you.
Scott, I know you're.
Release. Yeah, it's not releasing all the way. See if you have air pressure behind it. I definitely.
So it's like it takes a minute for the to fully release.
This one never goes back, but they're definitely out of adjustment. You said you see the orange when it's out?
Okay, step on the brake.
Yeah. That orange thing means it's bad. Release it. But that one's going all the way back in. But that's out of adjustment. So possibly somebody has stripped out the pawl on it. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, step on it. Release. Yeah, this one's still not returning. Did that one return?
Yeah.
These auto slack adjusters are not doing their job. The brakes are not supposed to get out of adjustment like this. They're 100% out. That's the maximum stroke. It doesn't go any further, so you don't have the full mechanical force of the brakes, which he said his brakes are terrible. So this makes sense. These are the dry brakes. These are the brakes that we thought were good on here. So these slack adjusters, probably the little pawls got stripped out on them. Somebody was adjusting them without pulling it out. And so we got to replace the slack adjusters, and then we're going to replace this one brake can that's not actually returning. Maybe the springs broke inside or something. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but the one is not returning all the way, and that's leaving the brake partially applied. So 2 slack adjusters, and then we're going to go ahead and replace both brake chambers just because they're both old. Well, we've done our 2 steps backwards today, so let's go ahead and do 1 step forward where we're actually putting the front tires back on the bus. So we're actually heading in the right direction slowly, but the rear of the bus is going to take a little bit longer. Poor George needs a little fun, so I'm going to take him for a drive in the International Cabover.
Oh my gosh. Dude, there's like nothing soft to be banging around against. There's nothing.
up the holler through the trees. And from a mile away, you can hear them play as they climb that hill with ease. But at the top of that mountain, there's a new life waiting for those who can make the run. If they can make it to the top, God will put them in the shop till their new life has begun. Mountain, where the buses come to run. Bus Grease Mountain, we're gonna get that big job done.